So Hear Me Too is the rallying cry behind this year's 16 Days of Activism against gender-based violence. Anna Wolf plans to motivate young people to break the silence about domestic abuse and follow their dreams. The London-based South African artist is in the country at the moment to promote her latest tour titled Taylor, Becoming Anna Wolf. She joins us now in studio to talk about this project and, of course, her work in as far as campaigning and being an activist against gender-based violence. So Anna, we'll get to the music in a bit. Let's pick up with why it is you are so involved in spreading the word around gender-based violence.
Well, I guess I grew up in a household where things were quite unbalanced at times, well, most of my childhood, and I really just found the strength through music, really, to really break the silence and write about it and to find power or at least strength in the vulnerability that some of these people do face when they're faced with issues like domestic violence.
What was your experience personally?
My household was, I don't think there's ever been a day, or there was a day that there was not a fight in the house. It was either verbal or it was physical. I used to literally hide under beds or climb trees when I was a young child, and my way of dealing with it was a very, very metaphor way of dealing with it, meaning that the higher I would climb the trees, I would try and escape from what was happening down there. It was a very visual thing for me every day, and just finding the strength now as being 32 years old and finding the strength to actually speak about it and being okay with it and not being shy about it. My biggest thing was obviously, like I said, music. I turned to music, but also my faith. Like I knew that if I believed in this higher power that I still do believe in today, that that could be my strength and my safety to deal with it, and at least get the wisdom and knowledge to deal with it.
In your latest work, you speak about the concept of becoming.
Yeah.
Break that down for us.
So I am now on the Taylor Becoming Anna Wolf tour. I used to sing under the name Taylor, and now I am Anna Wolf. And it's really about breaking the silence. And what's great about this first single, Believer, is that it speaks about domestic violence, people who go through life in a narcissistic manner or who has narcissistic behavior and goes through life not thinking that there's repercussion to their actions. And it's really about breaking that silence. And my biggest thing as a musician is hopefully connecting the dots for other people so that they can connect the dots and find the strength within their own situation.
Interesting that you've decided to go this route when a lot of mainstream music is about a good time. People say they listen to music as a form of an escape and not necessarily to think about their troubles. Were you nervous before going this route?
I've always gone this route. I've always been quite raw and authentic. I think if you come to my shows as well, you'll see that it's very in your face. It's very, for me, I believe that the best photos get developed in the darkest rooms. And through the dark times, people can find that strength. For me, at least, every time I have a crossroad or whatever, it is my indication that I'm onto something great, and I just need to push through it, no matter how dark or how deep it might feel at that moment.
When did the transition to London happen for you, and what was that as a journey, given that you were a child who'd come out of an environment of violence, an environment of abuse?
Well, first of all, I grew up in Pretoria, which is like, to me, a little small town, right? And so moving to London itself was a massive challenge in the literal form. You literally felt the movement and the buzz of what London gives to you. And that in itself is really empowering. Looking back at it now, knowing what I've been through as a child, knowing what I've been through as a young adult, and observing what my parents went through, now looking back on it, I am extremely proud of myself that I didn't turn to things like drugs or anything that might be a negative influence, and that I guess I just manifested my talent and knew what I was good at and moved and never stopped hustling, and then got that great breakthrough to move to London and essentially spread the word of Anna Wolf.
And your latest single, Believer, which I believe you're about to give us a taste of in just a few minutes, tackles just all of that, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Like I said, it speaks of domestic violence, but also yet people who move through life in a narcissistic manner, not thinking of the repercussion of their actions and thinking that a thing like karma doesn't exist. So giving the person that might be watching this right now that feels like a victim the strength to know that you can find the strength in that vulnerability.
Are you ready to give us a taste?
Yes, I am.
Are we ready to receive Anna, guys?
Oh, yes, we are.
All right, I can tell you now that from the floor here, Frank, our floor manager, is more than ready to hear all from Anna. I'll hand it over to you, Anna Wolf.
Picture perfect to the veins. She's running down the street with her pants to her knees. My brain is unwired, heart is on fire. Paging through this Bible as my skin transpires. Saints who leads the saints. As I look up to the heaven and the sky turns grey. Married to Diana, cheated on Rosanna. Skin to skin, I resorted to Viagra. They pulled the carpet from underneath me. Fell on my face and I'm drowning in the sea. Demons and lies, devils and gods. Laughing, lounging, smoking big cigars. Read page for page, you got it all down. As you look up to the heaven, Jesus stole your crown. She's a believer, you gotta see her. Wrapping her fingers round the mic like a leader. She keep much to the sound of her own drum. Ba-da-dum, bum, 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 ba-da-dum. She's a believer, you gotta see her. Wrapping her fingers round the mic like a leader. She keep much to the sound of her own drum. Ba-da-dum, bum, 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 ba-da-dum. The Truman Show got nothing on my life. Prescription drugs, strippers in the clubs. At least he stayed away from the coke and thugs. Page for page, a narcissist's dream. Paint a picture, perfect picture, family tree. Studied scene for scene.